Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carl. Today I thought we could do a bit of a video around some myths about having a disability, and these are some things that have happened to me, often multiple times, or things that people think apply to my life, and I thought it would be good to talk through some of these, talk about maybe why they happen, and talk about why they might be incorrect. Obviously everything I'm talking about is based on my own opinion, and as disability is a very wide spectrum, I don't represent everybody with disability, so everything I'm talking about is based on my own experience, and other people may completely disagree with me, and that's okay.
Okay, people with disability are only friends with other people who have a disability.
So that's a big myth. Lots of my friends don't have a disability, but at the same time, lots of my friends do have a disability as well. So I think it's more about, what you have in common with someone and what you're interested in, and also your environment as well. So I went through mainstream schooling, and there weren't too many people with disability at my school. I think there was one or two other kids, and they were older than me or way younger than me. So most of my friends growing up didn't have a disability. And then as I got older, I met other people who did have a disability as well as me, but it wasn't always the same disability. So I think there's really no correlation between friends and having a disability. It's more about, who you're interested in and who you want to talk to and who you want to get to know more. So it's a big myth.
Big myth. People with disability can't do the same work as people without a disability.
So that one's a myth as well. There are obviously some limitations. As much as I try, I'm never going to be a plumber or an electrician or a builder because my arms don't really work very well. So that's off the table. But other people without disability, have their own skills and strengths and weaknesses too. And I think it's more about, what you're interested in, what you're good at, and that really determines your career more than having a disability or not having one.
People with disability are always bullied.
So this one's tricky. I think it is a bit of a myth. People with disability aren't always bullied. I think unfortunately, because there is some stigma around disability, and people with disability can often be bullied more by other people, but it's not always the case. So I was pretty lucky growing up in that I didn't really get bullied much at all. The same, through adulthood and at work and things like that. So I've been pretty lucky, and thinking about it, that makes me pretty lucky. But it also makes me worry, maybe I'm the bully. Maybe I'm the one who's bullying everyone. I hope not, and I don't think so. But the tables are turned.
People with disability are brave and inspirational.
That is not a myth. That is completely true. I am extremely brave. The other day, I saw a spider on the floor, and I didn't freak out, so that was pretty good. But no, it is a myth. Because, I'm not particularly inspiring as I'm just going through life as best I can, working, surviving, being in isolation at the moment, eating lots of food. That's not particularly brave. But I think it's that myth comes from people with disability having, people assume that we have a difficult or, tricky life. And that means people think that if we're actually living life, it means that we must be very brave or inspirational to get out of bed in the morning, and that's not true. I'm not very brave at all, actually, because I'm extremely afraid of wasps. Is that true?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like wasps.
People with disability are always sick or in constant pain.
So this is another myth, which is probably obvious because that's what the video is about anyway. But lots of people with disability don't have any pain issues or sickness at all. Me, for example, I'm pretty lucky in that I'm relatively pain-free. You know, sometimes things might hurt a little bit, but then the amount of times I hear, you know, friends and family whinge about having a sore back or, you know, being sore from going to the gym, and I just sit there and think that, yeah, I'm doing pretty good, I'm feeling alright today, so I don't really have much pain. And yeah, people always assume that it must be really painful sitting in my wheelchair, and it's not, because the seat is really comfortable. It's made of gel. Yeah, really lucky. It's great. No pain.
People with disability always want or need your help.
So that's not true. I don't normally need any assistance during the day when I'm out and about, unless I actually ask people for help. But people still often come up to me and ask me if I'm alright, or ask me if I'm lost or need any help, when I might just be sitting outside of a shop waiting for a friend, or sitting down scrolling on Facebook outside at a park, or, you know, when we're just relaxing and enjoying the weather. So yeah, people often come up to me and ask me for help, ask me if I need help.
Often when Carl and I are out together, people will come up to him and ask him if he needs help. And it's times when I know that no one else will ask me if I needed help. We'll just be sitting somewhere and they'll check if Carl's okay or if he's lost. So it's just really clear the difference between me without a disability, what someone would say to me, compared to Carl.
Yeah, and I don't often get lost. I normally know where I am.
Mm.